Alright, let me make sure everything gets pulled up. I just want to make sure it's all working. Because I tried to stream a minute ago and it decided. Okay, so that's live now. So let's go to Twitch, just make sure that that's working. Where did the app go? I'm just being blind. There it is. But I'm just being a blind shoot card. It looks like it needs to update. There we go. Now I can see chat over there. I can see chat on YouTube. We should be good to go. Why are you not showing a picture though? There it goes. That was weird. Alright, I can hear sound. And I can hear me. So, I just want to make sure everything is good to go. Alright, go. Let's actually, real quick, because it sounds way too loud. I'm going to drop volume down to like, I don't know, 15 looks good, 14, whatever. Save. Exit out of that. Alright, new game! So I have played a little bit of this, so I will be changing some things up. We're going to leave it on normal, except because I want this to be more of like a casual play. I'm not really looking for that hardcore, you die kind of thing. So I'm going to take Death's Door off, but allow my companions to rise if they go down. But if I have any negative effects, they're not going to go away when I rest. So auto level up off because I want to be able to max out the characters myself. Damage to party is going to still be 0.8, which is normal for normal mode. Enemy adjustment stats are going to be somewhat easier. Animal difficulty is going to be normal. Party speed depends on the weight you're carrying. That's turned off because some characters will always just be overburdened because you have group carry weight. Enable character retrain just in case. And then I'm going to put auto on because I really don't care about kingdom management. That is just something I really don't want to give a turd about. So that's going to be on auto just because if we get to that point, I'm not going to waste time dealing with it. I just want to go around playing and doing things like that. All right, so create our champion. Definitely going to play here human. I like the picture of this dude right here. It's kind of a roguey looking dude, which is what we're going to play. We're going to play a human rogue. The reason for that is because the way Pathfinder does crit damage and sneak damage is ridiculous. If you want to have an easy time of the game, rogue it up. Though we may, get a couple levels of rogue and then switch into rangers so that we can do even more damage with bows. Because with the Stormwalker or even the Flame Warden, at level 4 on either one of these, you either get fire or you get lightning. And honestly, I played a Flame Warden the other day, and oh my gosh, the fire magic just detonates. But the reason why I want to go rogue is because it's going to get, and we're going to go classic rogue. We're not going to worry about any of its offshoots here. But rogues get a huge advantage when it comes to stealth and lockpicking and being able to move around the battlefield, being able to dodge and stuff. So I want to get at least 3 levels of that before we get 4 levels of anything else. And the reason why I want to get 3 levels of rogue is because once we hit 3rd level, we're going to get 2d6 damage as sneak attack anytime we can perform a sneak attack. On top of the fact that we're going to get finesse training, which is kind of useless for us since we're not going to be in melee range. But we also get danger sense, which allows us to avoid traps, which is huge. But the trap finding, that's a particular one that I really like. And I don't care about my character colors because it's not like I'm going to spend a lot of time looking at a character. So let's see here. Definitely want to put this up to 19 so that when we hit level 3 and we get our extra ability point, we can hit this at 20, which means our ranged attack is going to go up to like a +5, +6, something crazy like that. Plus we get to start off with 4 points here. So I'm going to put one of each in our basics here. Constitution, we're going to bump up to a 12 just so that I can have an even number of health points. I hate odd number health points. Charisma, just because I want to get some will save here. I believe that's what this affects, right? Is it? No, it's wisdom that gives us the will save. So we're going to put 4 points into charisma, which is going to give us a +6 to our persuasion skill. We're the main character. We're doing a lot of talking, so we have to be very persuasive sometimes. And then we definitely want to put some into wisdom as well. Go ahead and put 4 points into there because we want to be perceptive. But I also like the fact that lore nature, what this gives us, if it will highlight here. Hello. So this skill represents the character's knowledge about the natural world. Your character's lore nature skill enables you to hunt, identify monsters, recall knowledge about dungeons or nature, skin dead animals, and avoid random encounters and so on. So perception, lore, I don't really want to use for skipping random encounters. But when we do have random encounters that require us to fight monsters like cats or bears or something that can be skinnable, that's a good way to make a quick couple extra coins. So we are definitely going to put a point into that. And I think that really rounds us out. Athletics is another one you can put points into. Athletics is your physical ability, such as leaping, scaling walls, and swimming. So when we level up to level 2, we will definitely put probably 2 points into that, just so that we can get a little bit more. Though this is all depictive of strength. Your character's athletic skill enables you to catch objects, climb obstacles, jump, and so on. So as long as we have somebody with a high athletics, we should be okay. But that's our stat points there. So I'm going with no modifier to strength. I don't want to take a negative in strength because if I get to the point where I can use compact bows, strength actually does help that, and having a negative strength will hurt our damage on that bow. Dexterity is our main damaging with ranged weapons. Constitution of 12 gives us a +1 so that we have 10 health points, but it also helps us every time we level up get just a little bit more health every time. Intelligence, meh. This character's not a magic user, so I don't really need a lot of intelligence on him, but I don't want a negative modifier either. I really hate when I stream or record, I have to yawn like 50,000 freaking times. It's so annoying. What did I do with my drink? Aha, I found my drink. Let's see. Then we've got Wisdom at 14, Charisma at 14. We put our +2 modifier into Dexterity. Go over here. So I know I'm going to be an archer, and I want to be able to use longbows. So I have to come get that, and then so we can get point blank shot, which is really good. Gives us a +1 to attack on all ranged weapons when the range is up to 30 feet. So grab that, and then when we can get another feat, we're going to get where'd it go? We're going to get rapid shot, which allows us, because at that point we should have a longbow, which will actually allow us to take 2 shots per turn, which is huge. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rapid shot, even though it says that we shouldn't. I mean, it's a no bueno skill, but I mean, Our sneak attack, you add in 2 shots with that. I think that's going to be really good. And then when we can, we'll get point blank shot later. So yeah. Yep. All right. I don't really need him talking. Name. Shadow. Yeah, we'll just go Shadow. And neutral good, because I know rogues are supposed to be more like a neutral evil, but I want to play a good campaign. Alright, so there we go. We've got Shadow right there. Boom. Total stats inning out as a human. We've got 10 strength, 19 dex, 12 con, 10 intelligence, 14 wisdom, 14 charisma. We have a +4 to our attack range, +0 to our melee. We have a 14 AC to start off with, which is actually pretty decent. We have a 10 flat-footed. We have a 14 to touch. We have a 30 speed, which is, again, decent. You can get up to, I think, like a 50 on speed. Fortitude is a +1. Reflex, though, is a +6, so it's really hard to hit us. And we have a will save of +2 for any traps that we seem to fail on. We have 0 athletics, +6 to persuasion, +0 knowledge arcana, +0 knowledge world, +3 lore nature, +2 lore religion, +8 mobility, +7 perception, +8 stealth, +8 trickery, and a +2 to magic device. So I think overall we've started off pretty darn good. Now I will say, as this gets into it, I am going to skip most of the dialogue. I will let it be up long enough that if you want, you can, pause the stream on your end to actually read it. But I'm not a huge dialogue kind of, well,
our story started at the mansion of
if you guys get tired of watching the
Lord.
dialogue, go for it. But I'm going to just quickly read through a lot of these options. This intro, though, is a lot of them talking.
Where are they? This is taking forever! They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway, rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
So the cool thing is if you want to know more about a subject, it'll pop up as a green word here. And you can actually go, what is the Aldori Sword Lords? Well, the Sword Lords, the Aldori Sword Lords arose famed swordsman Baron Syrian Aldori agreed to train a select group of pupils in his dueling techniques. They ruled Rosslyn for generations, each as prickly and impulsive as their order's founder. Though they are considered some of the finest sword fighters in the Inner Sea region, they are also obsessed with the personal standing and honor. And then Brevoy. Brevoy is a relatively young nation, having only existed since 4499 AR. The history of Brevoy before this time is the history of 2 often warring nations, Isia and Rosslyn. The coming of Chorl the Conqueror changed all of this. After securing the defeat and the surrender of the 2 nations, Chorl christened his family house Rogavia. Its rule ended in the mysterious disappearance of every member of the House of Good in 4699 AR, leaving Brevoy in a precarious political position.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course,
Sorry, just realized that for some reason my camera is not working. So let me see if I can get that fixed real fast, guys. I wonder why the camera is not working. I don't know.
would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
So, Stolen Lands, because I forgot to look this over the last chat option there. Stolen Lands are an almost wholly unsettled region in the northeastern section of the River Kingdoms, bordering the nation of Brevoy and serving as a buffer between Brevoy and the River Kingdoms. Traditionally, the haunt of bandits and the monstrous humanoids, the Stolen Lands are regarded as stolen by all nations along their border, even though none have ever been able to keep these realms under their control for long. There's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Why not just recognize the Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
You're helping us found a barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
Right now in D&D, I would be rolling an insight check.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
What rewards
And
can
what
we
reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
I like Amari.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
That's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet, go, and return in triumph.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson? I have no doubt. Kind of related, I wanted to ask, how do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. It doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Not a bad plan. It's settled in. I'll accomplish the feats and you'll write them down.
All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
So it looks like we've got an orc adventurer who's just named adventurer, so they're not important. There's Amare, Tartuccio, another adventurer. That's Jethal? Jethal? I don't know. Adventurer. Okay. It doesn't look like there's really anybody important. I don't know. Northern architecture is beautiful, but very heavy. In my native land of Quidira, palaces are furnished quite differently. She's a kineticist. Which, by the way, those guys can be uber powerful. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone.
No. I'm skipping dialogue. My bad. Sorry. You're not going anywhere. Alright, so we are on turn-based combat. Get ready for combat. So as you can see, it's going to tell me where I can move or what I can do. So I can do a full attack for the full round. But see how it says ×2? that means I actually shoot 2 arrows now. Boom, and I only need 1 because of that sneak attack. Because I have rapid shot. So had the first shot missed, I would have gotten a second one. A good tip if you're new to the game or any game like this, where you have to worry about weight, make sure that you are paying attention to how much something weighs versus how much something costs. So this is 25 pounds to give me 25 gold. That's kind of ridiculous. Whereas this here is 1 pound for 1 gold. I don't really need that. So I'm going to ignore both of those. Now, like I said, I have goofed around a little bit. I wanted to try and get a feel for the game before I started streaming it. So I kind of already know, like, here we go. Now we've got an actual longbow. So we're actually going to go into our inventory here, and we're going to take the longbow, which is a 1d8, and we're going to remove the light crossbow. Oh, this is a... Yeah, it's a longbow. Now that we have proficiency with it. Okay. I think I just picked up something I didn't need. But see, like, this is 0.05 pounds for 2 gold. That's worth it. This costs nothing because it's gold. This weighs 2 pounds for 12 gold. We'll go ahead and hold on to that. It's 4 for 9. That is 0.1 pound for 15. And these here are 1 pound a piece. Worth 27 because they're ever burning candles or ever burning torches. They've got someone. We have to help. Look, they're running. Get them. What shall we do with this one? We'll finish him later. All right. So turn base. She got to go first. Ooh, nice shot. Now it's his turn. He gets to move. Oh, missed. Oh, man, our second shot missed. She takes her shot, and he's down.
You're just in time. A bit longer, and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the Stolen Lands.
You know, I really just don't like this guy. Maybe because I don't like playing evil characters that much.
Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Well, I am not a frontline fighter, so I don't really need an AC ring, but thank you. So outside of combat, it will automatically match us up. 4 gold, 0.5 worth 2. I need to move that over. Okay. Hey! Oh, combat. Alright, you get to go first. We're going to do an attack here. Wow, we only did 1 damage. Alright, so since that's all I need from her, we just hit spacebar and it ends our turn. They get to attack. Alright, Shadow's turn. We get 2 attacks here. Oops, crap, miss. And a hit. And Tortuccio.
Leave this one to me.
Woo! Nice, Tortuccio. Another bowman. He's a miss as well.
Serves you right.
Ooh! Critical. That's a 19 versus an 8. There we go. Not really sure how that damage was supposed to be calculated, but... Healing potion! Alright, so this is 2 for 8 gold. 2 for 8 gold. 1 for 1. 10 for 1. Alright, don't need the rest of that. Looks like we have a room here. Got a chest. 25 for 3, no thank you. 6 for 3, no thank you. Anything else in this room? No? Okay. $8 gold. 4 gold, and this is 0.05 for 5 gold. I'll take it. Now I will say I've done a little bit of research. There is a puzzle here in this intro. So if you've not played the game yet, then you would not know about this little puzzle, but there is a puzzle. And if you solve it, you can get some pretty decent items. You can also play this game like if you really don't want to play with a lot of magic users or any of that kind of jazz. You can play in a freestyle type combat. It's still somewhat turn-based, but it's more loose turn-based. Okay, do that. Ooh. Shoot this guy. Oh. That took 1 arrow. And Tortuccio, we want you to move here and... What are you doing, Tortuccio? No, stop.
Look at me,
You couldn't go through because my people are in the way. That's fine.
Blood for barbarian.
I think...
What?
Okay. Real emphasis on team tactics. We're inside a building and we're all ranged, which is kind of a bummer. I like that guy's cloak. So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same curiosity. That's a ginormous frost giant. I like how he's looking around like, where'd they go? I mean, it did a ton of damage. The 37 cold damage to each one of those guards. Which means the guards don't have that much health. Alright, then large person, which is actually a good potion. Cure light wounds. Healing potion, 4 for 4, 4 for 4. 6 for 1. Nope. And 6 for 2. And our first ability check. Dexterity, I've got 19 dex. I think we're good. So they haven't seen us yet. So this is what's really cool. I can go stealth mode here. And then say attack this guy. So we got a surprise round attack. Get ready for battle. So I'm going to attack this guy. Tartuccio. And you will finish off this guy. Oh, she missed. He's down. Oh, it still gave me both my shots. That's cool. Nope. 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 Okay. Oh, we unlocked it. Nice. 35 for 62. I'll take the chance on that. 30 for 50. Sure. $45 for 7. Not. Ooh, here's our first comp-site longbow. 3 for 100. Yes, please. And a masterwork light mace. 4 for 100. Yes, please.
Oh, familiar faces.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean, undead? Really?
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins.
Alright, well, you're melee, so you get to go in front. And so she says there are traps. Oh, there's one. And boom, done. Oh, there's no. Oh, there was another one. Got it. Okay. All right. So spear 10 for foot. Nope. 40 for 37? Nope. Scrolls weigh absolutely nothing and are just free money. So we're up to 4 members of our party. You can have a total of 6. So here's the puzzle I was talking about there, guys. Alright, Petruccio. You did 1 damage. Congratulations, sir. Get fun. Oop. Oh, man. There we go. Tortuccio's kind of hurting. Oh, that dropped him half.
Just die already!
And shoot, miss. I did 1 damage. Really?
Yeah!
Unworthy.
Wow. We're all really bad. He can't hit us. We can't hit him.
Time to get my hat dirty again!
There we go. One. Nope. Alright, so here's the puzzle I was talking about. So I'm actually going to take Petruccio, put him down here. The rest of you can go up here.
I always
Petruccio
have
will
a
go in
second
here. Go ahead and loot these coffers. Now, the first time I played this, I spent way longer than necessary trying to figure out this puzzle, and it's really quite simple. So you're going to hit this guy here in the corner. Then you're going to hit this one down here.
Deserve better.
And then you're going to hit this one right here. That opens this down here. Then I'm going to click this one again and tell Tortuccio. Click that dude there, and it opens this one up here. Alright, go ahead and collect all. Oh, we're in combat. And then she gets to attack it. Oh, nice. Ooh's never even got a turn. Already picked up everything there. Select. And then, I know it's off camera because this game gives you really bad camera angles. Like, you don't ever get to actually see this on the camera. But, so if you're on computer, you can hit tab and it'll highlight everything that's selectable. Except for like these little bonus chests that are in some rooms. Loot all that. Loot all that. And loot all that. So as you saw, there was nunchucks in that chest there. Which, if you're playing somebody that can use nunchucks, like a monk, got a really good weapon to start off with. So again, we can see enemies, but the enemies can't see us, so we're going to go stealth. And then we're going to go here. Got that sneak attack off. But because we were stealth, we pretty much all get to go. You're down. We're in stealth mode, so she can't move very far. Your turn.
Out of my way!
And then Shadow gets to go. Alright, now we're on actual turn 1. Oh man, she shot way short. Oop, she missed. Tortuccio, finish him off. Wow! Tortuccio, you're so bad. This is a Kineticus.
Ah! Everything is so much fun with a little fire.
The
What a
tightening girl you
night,
saw
huh?
in the reception before.
I thought I was all alone.
Stops nearby and waves
It's
to
good
tell
you're
him it's
here.
safe.
A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
I don't think we've
I
met.
am Kaesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never dropped my guard, day or night. It's why I'm still alive.
There are assassins on the prowl. We have to go.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
I like her tattoos on the picture frame that she gets. Alright, let's loot. Best part of any fight. Because it means we get more monies. If you're playing a very heavy strength-based character where you're going to put like 19 points of strength into a character, then by all
Gratus,
means, like,
I can sense your silhouette
pick up
hovering
everything
over me.
until you're overburdened.
It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Spot
I'm
strong.
dying. I knew this expedition was doomed. Oh, Grotus, my vision darkens.
I don't want to waste. This is one of his healing potions. I don't want to waste one of his healing potions. So we're going to try diplomacy. Aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself. You barely got a stretch.
You're wrong.
Oof, we failed it.
Who would
Okay.
know better than I the
Intimidate.
severity of my own wounds? I can feel the last drops of vital force leaving me.
Intimidate. Quit the eggs. Stand and fight, or I'll really send you to your final rest.
How rude, speaking to a dying man that way. Look, I can't even move. What? It can't be. But I'm gravely wounded. I can't even stand on my own 2 feet. Watch. It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god. Not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
Alright, he's also a melee character. He's a priest, but... or a cleric. And clerics can be quite, there it goes. So those are the 3 secrets, by the way, that you can find in, this area. I have a feeling that this storm grate becomes important later on, but I haven't made it that far in the actual game yet. I've started a couple characters just to kind of see how they work, and that's pretty much it.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi. Keston, House Garess, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
So Garess is a new one. House Garess is based in the western part of Vervoy, in the foothills of the Goldskin Mountains. It was led by Lord Howland Garess, who is a widower. His adoptive heir is Toval Golka, a dwarf and son of the clan chief of the Golka dwarves holding. House Garess has a good relation with the Golka dwarves until the dwarves vanish. Members of the house work the metal that the dwarves mine. The house motto is strong as the mountains. And then of course, Sword Lord, we already figured out what those were.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also give myself a manly captain of the guard. Or 2.
Someone opened the gate. Let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamandi to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fame, I'm not surprised that a whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
So, since it's a new word, I'm going to look at this real quick before we can continue. The plane of hell is the ultimate expression of evil order in the great beyond, of the weak subjugated to serve the strong, of complete obedience and unquestioning faith. The tortures are not willful and random like the torments of the abyss, or purely sadistic and spiteful like those of Abaddon. Evil and obedience are here honed to a razor's edge in service to a greater purpose, that of bending the will of souls and the very architecture of creation itself to the greater glory of the Lord Asmodeus and his perfect order. Divided into 9 distinct layers, each ruled by an archdevil, and loyal to Asmodeus, hell is the home of myriad devils and other evil outsiders, and sadly the final destination for countless mortal souls.
May Abadar keep you safe.
Boom! And this is considered a story plot, so we don't really actually get to do anything inside the fire, but it's a story plot so that you get to pick options. And so our adventures started. Earlier and much more tragic than we expected, the whole team who gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls led by Shadow, and not at all by the scoundrel Tartuccio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we had to march through fire. Literally, as we approached the burning building, and then you get three options. Drenched ourselves with a bucket of water, tried to find a less dangerous passage, and covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. Because we're not immune to fire, and I don't feel like taking damage, I think we're going to drench ourselves in water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed, because we already know that there's no less dangerous passage. This is the only way into that hallway. Covered our nose and mouths before we rushed inside. It was a good thing that we hadn't wasted time. After entering the building and taking a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible cracking sound, blocking the way while we were not planned on going back. If we had come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right onto our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned in our lungs and our eyes watered from smoke, but Shadow led stubbornly through the flames, while Tartuccio did nothing useful at all. We'd made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I'd chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, it was a calming setting. I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now, amid the smoke and flame, it looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arm. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartuccio grumbled something about Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Shadow... Now here's where we get to make a moral choice or a immoral choice. So, Athletics 9, rush to save the guards from the fire, or Diplomacy, shout to Valerie that she should leave them and join us help Jamandi Aldori. Since I'm trying to play a good character, we're going to go with Athletics. And we succeeded. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together we lifted them up, carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath, wipe the sweat from her face. "Thank you. That was truly noble of you. And now let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid." Ensuring the guards were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall, where the battle was already in full swing. As you can see, we saved a few guards here. Got one of them using a med kit, it looks like. Reorganize the party here a little bit. Alright, so at this point, it's going to ask us, do we want to take anything else? And as you can see, we're at 356 pounds of a total of 775. So we will take some of these higher priced items. Like that one there. And didn't we have one that was worth like... I mean, we'll take that. I think that was really it that was worth anything. Yeah. Let's see, just taking, you know, this right here, medium armor chainmail, and this one right here, we jumped up from like 300 and something to 430 pounds. So, just gotta be careful. We don't want to overburden ourselves because then traveling is reduced drastically. You can't leave certain areas if you're overburdened. Makes it easier for you to get attacked. Things like that. Ooh, look at this little army. Reinforcements are already on the way. Say your prayers, scum. They're gonna duke it out until we enter combat here. Get ready for battle. Ooh, I'm getting an attack already on this. Oh, that was a miss. Archer's gonna turn and shoot. decimated that guy. Alright, tanks are up front, so I'm not worried about it.
Unworthy.
Oh! Hit that dude for 36. Then we're going to move forward a little bit so that we can get within range of these guys over here. We rolled decent, but like everybody's kind of spaced out. Alright, this is the dwarf. I'm actually going to have him cast Bless. And then he'll move his full movement.
Leave this one to me.
Yeah, you took out a mirror image. Congratulations. Wow, they must have hasted themselves or something. Oh, is it stuck? There. Ooh, wow, she took some damage. I want to get my full 2 movements, right? Yeah. Just move Valerie all the way up here.
Let us strike as one!
Ooh! She's really, really hurting now. Wow!
Serves you right.
She's only got 2 health points left. He got a chance of opportunity, but he missed. Thank goodness. Move him here. Not sure what he just cast on my tank.
You deserved it.
Wow, he only did 3 damage. That kind of stuff. There we go.
Wretched things.
By the way, since she's undead, if I use a healing potion or kind of like a restorative item on her, she's gonna take damage, not heal. Alright, so I want him to finish this guy off. And then move around here. That's where he'll end his turn. Cortuccio, have you fight this guy. Oh, Amari's joined the fight. Ooh.
Do not falter!
Get 2 attacks off on him. Mirror image. Miss. You get to... she's not doing anything. Man, this was turning out to be a real fight. I didn't think it was going to last this long. Destructive Might. You gain a supernatural ability to make your melee attacks with moral bonus on damage rolls equal to half your level of the class. That's a free ability. Tartuccio.
Just die already!
End your turn. Amari gets to go. Bye, Bowman. This is why you love barbarians. Oop, there went the assassin leader. Now look at that. Just a whole slew of people get to go. And that is why I like having double attack. Because with double rapid shot, that's the name of it. With rapid shot, if I miss the first shot, I still have a second shot I can take. Yeah, I take that -2 penalty, but
time to get my hands dirty again.
No, Tortuccio, you're terrible. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. Loot a bunch of stuff. Bows are expensive and I don't know why. Then, oh, there we go. So, this right here is a great axe. It's 12 pounds, it's worth 18. I'll go ahead and take it. This right here is 25 and 25 again. We'll go ahead and take it. As long as I don't become over encumbered.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger, and that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
So, there are times where you will have the opportunity to just have an automatic pass on a check. So we could go with diplomacy, take out the ring. You mean the ring, the one you gave me? I can show my hands, go, what ring are you talking about? Because we never equipped the ring, right? I could go, for my knowledge world check, I have no connection to the tax, but Tortuccio's name, accent, and clothes seem like he came straight from there. Which of us looks more like he might be Iroveti's spy? Or I can say attack, and call him a liar. But since this is a free pass, I'm going to go ahead and do this one.
Probably, yes. But this evidence is circumstantial at best. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another.
They both came to your aid, Lady.
And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
What's going on with the stream? There it is. I don't know what that was about. For some reason, Twitch decided that I stepped away for a minute. So how can you say that? Yeah, okay.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy, and the mug of a spy!
Lady Eldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
So lawful neutral, which is a good option. Though they're technically both neutral, so you can go with either one that you want. Because they're both going to be diplomacy. I've got a +6 either way I go. What I can do is I can actually save here. Just do a quick save. And if I fail to save, though you should have saved it well prior to that, then, you know, whatever. But depending on who you're trying to get in your party, these are really important. I'm not picky about who's going to be in my party to start with, because you'll end up getting everybody anyway. But anyway, so lawful neutral. Forgive me for my trespass and my defense. We were in the middle of battle and in dire need of weapons.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision. Sorry, but your words display a lack of wisdom.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
You helped Valerie save people from the fire at Jamandi Aldori's residence. So again, neutral. People were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by? Neutral evil. I wouldn't have saved them without good reason. Dead soldiers are useless, but the wounded could still help Keston defend the mansion. So again, it just depends on who you're wanting in your party. I don't really care at the time, so we're going to go with this one.
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Lady Eldori, most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
Okay, so Shellen is one of the deities of the game.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Leviton's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies. I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless. And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
All right. So we ended up with the warrior chick, the barbarian chick, the bard, and ourselves. So that's actually the best outcome you can have if you want the good campaign. Or like
surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
And we missed something because we didn't level up. Typically, if you get all of the questions and check marks, you'll level before you leave the capital.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Alright, more combat. Go ahead and have him attack this thing. Ooh, 5 sneak damage, 7 sneak damage. This is why rogues are so OP.
Any last wishes?
Alright, so now the cat things get to attack. Oh, and they're gonna both attack my rogue. Oh, missed. Ha! Bye, cat. And bye, kitty cat. Free money. Now, if you have the tutorial on, you'll actually be told to camp here. But since we only have one person who's struggling from fatigue, and I know because I've gotten at least this far in my other play, that you won't be attacked again on the road. At least not at this difficulty level. Alright, so now we will rest. But here's the thing. You want to try and match up all of these with people that are going to have the best possibility. So I know that she's got a 7 cooking. I have a 6 camouflage. She has a 6 camouflage. So we're going to put you as a cook, you as a camouflage. Now for hunting, she's a 0, she's a 5. We'll put you there. And we still need somebody for watch, so we'll put her there, even though she gets a +0 to that perception. So that's how we'll do it there. Whew. And then we'll begin resting.
Once I killed a whole herd of mammoths. But our camp was too far away. So I tied their trunks together and dragged them home for 2 days.
Those must have been tiny mammoths, the size of squirrels.
Boom. All right. And off we go again. And the trade post. Now I will say I will be building my own little party that will go out and do things. Most likely. Because I don't like how they put certain stats on these characters. But it gets quite expensive the longer we go, so let's do this. Pretty wipe of yours, yada yada. Quiet down, Jim Went. Olog was just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over that money and we'll be on our ways. You want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts. You think you can control everything around here just because you put up that painted rag of yours? You come here, squeeze us dry, and come again. Olog? A large man with a rough face stops talking with noses. Ah, you must be the guests from Restov. What's going on here? Isn't it obvious? These thugs are robbing us honest settlers. They say they're taking some tax to their leader, the Stag Lord. But I didn't swear allegiance to any Stag Lords. I pay my taxes to Restov. But Restov is so far away, Olag, and the Stag Lord is so close. And as for you, the young dark-haired woman squints angrily at you. Get out of here before it's too late. This is our land. We own it. I'm not interested in bloodshed, but I won't let you rob this man. Be on your way, and I'll let you go in peace. Lawful neutral. My task is to clear this land of bandits. I'll start right now. Or, there's no need for words. To arms! Yeah, we'll go here. The woman smiles and goes, alright, we'll leave. But what makes you think we won't just return with greater numbers? Why would we leave when we've got easy pickings from Restov before us? We'll rip out your guts and empty your pockets. Oh. You're playing the auto end to turn option enabled. This option allows the game to end the turn automatically when a character finishes their standard and moved actions. Do you want to leave this option enabled? Yes. Alright, so you are going to go over here and smack that guy. Bye. You're going to go over here and smack that guy. Nicely done, Olag. And then you're going to get shot. And then you're going to get shot again. Whew, you have a lot of health, brother.
Tear them apart!
Half orc. And since we're in a town where we'll be able to sell stuff, it doesn't matter if we collect everything now. Oh. I just noticed we... oh well, we'll do it after this. Tell me how much you know. Where are the bandits? What do they want? What do they want? Those bloodsuckers think they own this land. They come, take what they want, steal the better part of our money every month as a toll for their leader, then even broke our gates so we couldn't try to hide anything from them. No one knows exactly how many of them are. Sometimes only 5 or 6 come. Sometimes it's the whole gang. I'd have shown them what for long ago, if not for Svetlana. They claim they were collecting taxes. Why? For the Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. The Stag Lord fancies himself a king in these parts. But he may have antlers for a crown, but only the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders, as long as they're paid. So they charge an arm and a leg as his taxes, and they call their executions punishment for treason. Even those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord. They're killed fast if they're lucky. If not, Olag looks at Svetlana. Dove, why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I have no need to be protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. Savannah lowers her head. Most of the gang is made up of simple bandits, but there are a few monsters among the leadership, especially those close to the Stag Lord. Ox and Dovan from Mishrock come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I, we saw the bodies. Lawful good. You have nothing to fear. I will help you deal with the attack. Chaotic neutral. I'll help you. I'm not really interested in your post, but I've never backed down from a good fight. Lawful evil. The safety of your post may have been one of the conditions Chimandi Aldori placed on granting you Bernie, but she said nothing about having to listen to your whining. Wait for the attack. I'll prepare for the attack. Get in position and wait. Enough about the bandits for now. We'll just go lawful good. Well, I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Olag Leviton is the last name you'll hear accused of being ungrateful. If we manage to defend this post, I'll award you proper. We have to hide Savannah. Please don't argue, Dove. Now we also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used in battle. There are some pretty solid traps around, some tar, and a box of alchemist's fire. Looks like. Alchemist's fire. Could you give it to me? I'm sure I'll find a good use for it. I'm going to go looking around. I think on the best way to use tar in the trap. Alright, as soon as you're finished, let us know. Don't leave the post. The bandits could return anytime. Alright, so this will allow us to level up really fast. Alright, so we definitely want to go with a rank 2 fighter. I want her to be my athletics user until I can build somebody better. Then we want religion. We don't really care about persuasion. Our character does really all the talking, so we don't need that. So we will go knowledge world. Yeah. Next. We get a weapon focus. Getting a one-handed bastard sword in her hand will jump our melee attack way through the roof. But look at that. She's already got a 23 AC. In regular, like, 5e D&D, like, getting hit is pretty hard after, like, 20. I play D&D with a 5th level character, and that's... if you have, like, an 18, it gets kind of ridiculous to hit anything. Complete. Let's go to the Barbarian next. Go another rank of Barbarian. Again, athletics. Mobility is good for her. We're going to do this one and this one. Next. We want lethal stance because that just makes her better. And complete. Then we're going to click this. We're going to go to us. And again, we're going to get another point into Rogue, I think. Because this is going to, at level 2, we're going to get another +2 to Reflex, saving throw. We're going to get Evasion and Rogue Talent. So now our Reflex is now at +7. So we actually went up 1. We have a +5 to ranged attack. And we have 6 skill points. So we're going to go definitely mobility, trickery, stealth. We want perception. Knowledge world is a good one for us to get a point into. Okay. Click that. Now we get weapon focus. And we can go down here and we can pick longbow. Should be, yep. Because that will allow us to use longbow and comsight longbow. And next. So we got demoralize, treat affliction. Not affected. Treat an affliction means to tend to a single disease or poison character. Makes a low religion check. If your check exceeds the DC of the affliction is removed. You can treat each character only once per day. And then we got evasion. Character can avoid even magical and unusual attacks with great agility. If a character makes a successful reflex saving throw against an attack that normally deals half damage on a successful save, he instead takes no damage. The helpless character does not gain the benefit of evasion. Complete. And then we have the Bard. So click on you, Bard. Go ahead and put another level into Bard. We'll level up Trickery. There we go. Sounds like a plan. Weapon focus. I want her to focus on light crossbow. And as the next spell, we want her to get summon monsters. She won't be able to use it for this fight because we don't get a short rest. So we don't want to leave. Spill the tar near the trading post entrance to help slow down the pace. Bandit. Okay. Nothing there. Use tab so I can see if there's anything. Nothing else for us to click on there. Nothing there. All right. Let's go back to the let's get back to the possible attack. I'd like to see your goods. Let me sell stuff real quick. I'm not going to worry about cooking. I'm sure this is important, but I'm not going to worry about it. Keep the alchemist fire. Keep the acid flask. Ooh, what was that last thing I just sold? Was it just straight up rope? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so there's all that. That gives me another 1,400 bucks there. Wow. I need more monies. Okay. So let's click on you. Give you that. We're the only one that can wear this. We're also going to put all of this in here. Okay. Alright, let's talk to him. Let's do this attack here. Let's talk about the possible attack. Alchemist Fire. We could put it by the gate, light it off with a burning arrow when the bear fans nearby. Alchemist Fire. Who's going to wait for the attack? Let's do it this way. They claim they were getting taxes. Yep. But they could set the post on fire. Oh, look, shut, surprise. Well, maybe if we covered the walls with something to protect. Alright, yes, I think it could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. I used to be pretty good with the crossbow back in my day. I am prepared for the attack. Get in your positions and wait. Fear not, I'll stand between you and this scum. You're under my protection. Finally a fight. Was bored with all the talking. Well, these aren't the heroics I was hoping to write about, but I guess even the great heroes start somewhere. I see you're not easily cowed. I beg you, be careful, and please don't let Oleg do anything too risky. Svetlana, go hide inside. We're going to meet our guests. 6 hours and 40 minutes later. Alright. So this is her, so I'm actually going to move you there. I don't want to put her in the tar because then she'll get slowed down too. Done. Alright, she's not able to attack,
This
so we'll
is
go
where
ahead
I
and
step in.
that. He's down. Slowed. Consider difficult terrain so you don't get your full movement. Then slowed. Ooh, you was a tough boy. Uh-oh. Ooh. Our boys got hit. Oh, that was a swing and a miss. That wasn't. Ooh.
They go down!
Bye. Alright, so it looks like I collected everything. Talk to you. We should call Boken out before he freezes in those bushes. Now, my lord, head up to the guest rooms on the second floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. I need to clean things up. And this is for your efforts. Now, don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If there were more common practices in this world, I think life would be so much better. Got a whole 100 whopping gold. And we got told that we can go to sleep. Boom. Sometimes you can find that, sometimes you can't. It really just depends on your perception and if you pass the little hidden perception check, which we rolled a 28. And you have to roll at least a 25 on any character with a high enough perception. And we can't open this, which kind of bites. This means we're missing out on money. Another point where you should save it before you come upstairs. Because that way, anytime you know there's something that you're looking for or whatever, and you don't want to fail a save, or a check anyway, just save the game and then reload it if you fail.
Hear me.
Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. the bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
I'm glad my adventure begins with such a beautiful sight.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
What do you want from me?
Aid, salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
The Stag Lord is responsible for the fog?
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
All right, I understand. Farewell.
I don't believe in fate, stranger, but our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
So now we have our mission. Okay, so let's sell the rest of our stuff. I'm about to take a lunch break because it's gotten late. Well, anyway, nowadays, new troubles. Have you seen the fog? Never seen anything like it before. The road rest off looks like someone spilled milk and it's just hung in the air. Can't see anything through the soup. Not even a torch. Feels like witchcraft to me. I bet the Stag Lord's involved somehow. Rumors say he deals with all kinds of bad magic. Show me your wares. Go ahead and offer everything to him. Boom. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. So now we're over $3 grand, which is fine. That's where we wanted to be. Okay. Now what I want to do is actually create one more archer. Because we have 2 good melee. We need 3 ranged targets. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come in here. We're going to go to this dude here. Who are you? What are you doing here? I need loyal servants. I agree to pay 2,000 gold, which is still ridiculous. And just click on a portrait, because I don't care what he looks like. Going to be human again. And we're going to go with straight up ranger, and we want the flame ranger. Because I honestly think that the flame ranger is the more like awesome thing, because you actually get touch of flame, you get spell casting, and the spell casting you get is a fire elemental. And the more levels you put into the flame warden, the bigger, badder the elemental becomes until it's a greater elemental, which is amazing. So we're going to definitely go with a Flame Warden. Another good option, though, if you really wanted, is Lightning, which still does really good damage, but I just like the fact that we get our weapon can catch on fire, and we get to summon the Flaming Elemental. Dexterity is a given, so again, we're going to get up to 19 there. Constitution, we're going to put up it to a 12. This gives us 12 points of health there. This guy is really good, though, with Arcana and Knowledge with Intelligence. So we're going to go ahead and put that up to 14. And we'll leave everything else. Wisdom, actually, no, we got to have at least a 12 on Wisdom, if I remember correctly. And the reason for that is because we get to get more spells, right? Druids, Inquisitors, and Raiders get bonus spells based on their Wisdom scores. So we get a +1, which means we get 1 additional spell, I believe. But we definitely want to do Stealth because we are a Ranger. We have 5 more points. We're going to do Arcana. We're going to do World. We're going to do Lore Nature, Perception, and Persuasion. And actually, no, we don't need Persuasion. We want Athletics. Next. Now we get to pick our feats. We want Point Blank Shot. We want Precise Shot. For our favorite enemies, actually no, we don't want Precise Shot. We want I know it's gonna say it's one that we don't need, but Deadly Aim is good. But we want Rapid Shot. We want the ability to shoot off 2 arrows at one time. We get a +1 there. For our favorite enemy, we're going to do Humans. Neutral good again. No voice. Call him the Flame Warden. Next. Alright, so boom. There's this guy here. Complete that. Now we get to level him up to level 2. Put another point into Ranger. We're going to go next. We don't get to mess with any of this stuff, but we get 5 more points. So Athletics, Stealth, Arcana, World, Lore Nature. And actually we'll take 1 point off of Stealth because we don't really need it. We want Perception. There. We're going to pick Archery, and under Archery we're going to pick Precise Shot. So there we go. We got all 3 points anyway that we needed. We get Treat Affliction, Precise Shot, so now we're doing a ton of damage. Alright, so there was our 2,000 gold that we just spent. Hoorah. And when we look at our journal here, we'll take off quests we've already completed. We have Stolen Lands. Set off to Thornford and Bandit Camp. Keeping track of time passing, we have 87 days. And we have Bitter Rival. Meet with the Tortuccio in the Stolen Lands. So we got to find Tortuccio. And we need to find the Bandit Camp at Thornford. And we have 87 days and 6 hours to go. Nobody we have can cast any spells yet, except for this chick. Ranger, level 1. Under character sheet, we're good there. Boom. Let's see, we get a belt, which gives us an enhancement to Constitution, which means more health. Which means we want to put that on our main tank. We get a Cloak of Resistances, since she's going to be taking the most brunt damage there. Boom. Give her a cloak. And then this is a Ring of Bless. So we're going to put that on our Flame Warden. There we go. And that's sellable, but we'll go ahead and just keep it on us for now. Boom. We're done. Then we add him to the party. And this is where we will take a break for lunch. Break for lunch. Break for lunch. We gotta take a lunch. Gotta take a lunch. Okay. So, as you can see, we have this huge area I mean, look at all this. Just an ungodly amount of land to search. Just tons of stuff. We've got this giant mountain range. You've got these river, lakes. Big lake right up here. But we are up here. This is where we're going to be starting from. Our main objective right now is to get to this point right here, Thorn Fort. So definitely got to go down to get to it. So we will eventually go down. We will get over here to this. We'll explore, try and find Tartuccio, because that's how we can get other members into our party, because we still have one slot available right now. But yeah, that's going to be in the next video, guys. I really appreciate it. Here we go. We're going to save this real quick. Kaboom. As you can see, I've been trying out different things, which are all going to get deleted. But here you go. Save. Boom. Awesome. All right, guys. So I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate it. I will be back probably in like an hour and a half, somewhere around that point. Just depends on if my sister needs any assistance doing anything. Because I also got to let my phone charge. That's how I watch Twitch. Make sure if you guys have any chats for me. Otherwise, check me out on YouTube, Gibbs Gaming. And if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so that you guys stay up to date with everything that I do. And if there's a game that you want to see me play, or if there's a class on this game that you want to see me play, because I'm actually going to stick to this game unless I'm playing with my sister, just hit me up, guys. Let me know what class, what character, what race, whatever you guys want to see. I'll do my best to try and come up with a video for that. Whether you want it to be lawful good, lawful evil, whatever, just let me know. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. As always,